Let's talk about the pricing because the HST is confusing a lot of people. So I'm just going to come out and say the price you see on the price list is the price you're going to pay at the builder's office. So some background information, the government is waiving the 13% sales tax on all new construction for 1 year to spur the economy, to spur sales, and everybody qualifies for it. First-time buyers, investors, everybody. In the past, when you went to a builder's office, the price, the HST was already caked into the price. So you really did not think of it, right? The builder would remit that to the government. So nobody wanted you to think of it. You saw the price, you paid it, right? So let's come over here and read it. Price exclusive of HST, right? I'm gonna reword that. So this price over here does not include the HST. But that's okay because you're not paying the HST for a whole year. So what you see here is what you're going to pay. Next, let's talk about a second point of confusion. These floor plans, watch my floor plan video, they are almost identical. Very, very, very close. Only some small differences. So you come over here, you look at the price, you're like, why am I paying sometimes $50,000, $60,000 more for the exact same plan? And then remember, this is all for elevation A. If you want elevation B, you add $7,500. Well, it has to do with where it lies on the subdivision. Where does the block land? So, for example, the cheapest one, $799, is A, they're putting a few cheaper units to bring in people. Usually they only have 1 or 2, and then everybody gets mad. Here you actually have 1, 2, 3, 4. Right? But these are siding the main road. They're fronting on the main road. So that's why they're cheaper. People prefer interior units, and that's why they're more expensive. That's the only reason, right? Because some are smaller and they're way more. $60,000 more and it's smaller. It seems to not make sense. It has to do how the lot is laid out. And I can tell you though, watch my site plan video because some of them are not worth it. I would say some are worse lots, but just because they're a corner, for example, this guy over here, that's a corner. You're gonna pay $40,000 for that. You got every single car coming in, every single car coming out. You got lights going into your unit. That is a horrible lot. I would not pay even if there was no premium. Okay, so that's the reason for the variability. Lastly, let's take a look at the premiums and the add-ons, the big add-ons. So number 1, elevation B. These are pricing for elevation A. If you come to the site plan and you zoom in, some are A, some are B. It just means that it costs a little bit more to build them. They're passing it on to you. I think the only difference is there is stonework instead of brick. That's it, and the color's different. Right, so that's $7,500. And then the end and corner units. End units are when it's a straight line, it keeps going. So here you can see end unit, end unit. Corners are, I guess, on a corner. Right, so you're paying $40,000 for the corner and $30,000 for the end unit. Corner, it says it as well here. On the floor plans, the only difference are the windows. I go through it, that's it. Corners, you get windows on the 2nd floor and 3rd floor. End units, you get windows on the 2nd floor, right? And you get a bit more land, you get a better view, you get more light. So it's worth it in a way, but you know, that's a big jump if you're looking to save money. And lastly, optional ground floor, optional 4th bedroom. We look at those on the floor plans. You're paying $15,000. That's a personal choice. $15,000, is it good? Is it expensive? It's roughly what they charge. Hope that helped.